I'm Lynette Zang, CEO and founder of Zang Enterprises. Before we begin, I just want to make a little disclaimer in that I am not getting political on any of this. I can see the good, I can see the bad. I remain economic. That is my job, and I can't not tell you what I see, or I would not be doing you any service at all. And I work for you, so that's my focus. And I want to talk about what's going on with the Panama Canal, because it's really quite an interesting thing. I mean, back in February, Panama was considering canceling the port deal with a Hong Kong billionaire's firm. So that's who was owning two ports, which I'm going to show you in just a second. That was just recently. Panama is weighing whether to cancel its contract with a Hong Kong-based company that operates ports near the Panama Canal, according to people with knowledge. A potential concession to defuse President Donald Trump's threats about countering China's influence around a key waterway. And that's very, very valid. To be perfectly honest with you, we need to have control of it. And how are we going to do this? Well, call in BlackRock. Larry Fink phoned Trump directly to pitch BlackRock's Panama deal. And, you know, there are good things and bad things. I'm not going to say that. But BlackRock Inc. would buy the ports on either side of the waterway, shifting them into American hands. Well, that's probably a great idea, to be honest with you, because it eliminates some potential conflict. And I don't really like a whole lot of conflict. But the deal, which will hand the seller $19 billion, reflects an extraordinary confluence of Trump's America First vision and Wall Street's, this bothers me most, but Wall Street's globe-spanning quest for profit. And remember, I was a stockbroker in the 80s when globalization was taking place. This was always all about the corporations, and it should be pretty obvious. You know, let's look at BlackRock. I mean, they've gone from nothing to be the first. Well, we'll see. We'll see. But my question is, will private equity and will BlackRock be one of the ones that owns the whole world? I mean, if you have gold and you're executing the Zang, the sound money strategy that we execute at Zang Enterprises, well, you could be one of those ones that has the wealth transfer your way. Just saying. So click that link or scan the QR code. And by the way, you know, make sure you give us a thumbs up, leave a comment. Let's have this conversation. It's a very important one. BlackRock's port deals mark new reach, and it is a win for President Trump. But they're not just going to Panama. They're actually looking to acquire 43 ports from this Hong Kong billionaire. And that is all around the world. Look, seven ports in 3 countries, Europe, Asia, all over the world. So BlackRock is now going into owning ports. If they own the ports, then they can control the flow of goods around the world, can't they? And they would also determine how much that costs. But in a statement announcing the transaction Tuesday, he boasted of BlackRock's ties to companies and governments around the world, noting, "We are increasingly the first call." And I've got to ask you to think about, well, you know, how much influence will BlackRock have in global governments? You want them deciding your fate? Well, so what one asset is above governments and corporations? It's so simple. It's gold. Physical gold in your possession. The Bank for International Settlements states that gold is the only financial asset, not one of 2, not one of 5, the only financial asset that runs no counterparty risk. Could the government be a counterparty? Could the central bankers be a counterparty? Could corporations? Of course. This is the only asset that would protect you. And if you're looking on the official side, why do you think that global central banks are buying at record levels? Who knows more about what's happening to the currency than they do? Nobody. So personally, I always think you should do what the smartest guys in the room are doing for themselves. Central bankers and governments are accumulating gold so that they retain their choices, their freedom, and their power. Same exact reason why it's so critically important for you to execute your own sound money strategy and become your own central bank. What a concept. But we can do this together, because I know a lot of people say, but I'm one person, what can I do? And you're right. But there's 8.4 billion people on this planet, and if we come together in community, we can do a lot. We can have sound money in our system again. What a concept. They wouldn't be able to inflate your wealth away. Don't look at Zimbabwe as an example. They were pegging their gold. They were not backing it. You could not take it out. That's what I want. I want a tool that gives the public the tools to hold the government's toes and the central bankers' toes to the fire. And the only way that you get that is by having the ability to pull it out of the system and force fiscal responsibility. That's it. It's that simple. So thank you so much for coming today. I really want to take a second and thank all of your support, because I know we are living in very interesting times. So that old Chinese proverb says, and I know you have choices to make. Let's build this community together. I do work for you. There's absolutely zero doubt about that. And I 100% know that together we can make a positive difference for all the generations to come. And until next we meet, please be safe out there. Bye-bye.